nerdlings, if you're new here, my name is Nikki. Welcome to my channel where we get nerdy. So, today, we need to talk 2023 goals. Yep. I made a list of like 7 goals and I don't even know if I want to follow them anymore. But we'll go over them once I find them. One moment. Okay. 2023 reading goals. Number 1. Read more of my owned TBR. That means going through this shelf and my other shelf. I have 2 6-foot by 3-foot shelves. And it doesn't seem like a lot of books, but I literally have no more room on these shelves. And I just got a bunch of books for Christmas. So I need to read what I own and decide if I'm going to keep them. And to help me with that, I made these 2 jars. This is my entire own TBR. This is series, this is standalones. And every month, I am going to draw a piece of paper from each of them. And those books are mandatory reads. Simple enough. And the series go back in the jars if there's more in the series to read. The standalones I'm going to use as my bookmark in the book, and if I do not finish it, it's going to go back in the jar. So, that's number 1. Number 2, read 24 books. This is my Goodreads goal. I already know I have to read a minimum of 2 books a month. But we've got our jars, and we're going to have a new TBR game. We're going to see how that goes. So that's gonna be fun. I've already played the TBR game for January, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Number 3, find my niche. This meaning, I feel like I have been reading, well, this one, okay, 3 and 4 go to kind of get together. Find my niche and stop trying to read what I feel like I'm supposed to read. So there's been I feel like there's pressure from the book community that you have to read big names like Robert Jordan, Brandon Sanderson, Frank Herbert, Tolkien, like those type of big names, which I do want to read those books, but I don't want to keep putting pressure on myself to read them. I want to find my niche of books that I enjoy, which one of them I already can recognize is books inspired by Asian mythology or Asian folklore or whatever you want to call it. And I definitely know that that's one of my niches because a good chunk of books that I have already rated 5 stars fit that niche. So, goal number 5, DNF more. I need to stop forcing myself to continue with a book if I feel like I need to finish it, or that I can't count it for whatever it may be if I don't finish it. Because it's not helping me feel, it's making reading a chore, if that makes sense. Forcing myself through these books. Number 6, buddy read or book club or participate in a readathon. One of them. Either I buddy read or I do a book club or I do a readathon. I need to do at least one of them. I want to be more part of the book community. I feel really alone, no one to discuss my books with. So I want to do that. I don't know how. Like, I know that there's already readathons announced for like Wheel of Time and other books, but I'm kind of hesitant. And number 7, read for enjoyment. I need to stop making reading a chore and a requirement in my life. I need to do it when I feel good to do it. Because I have a newborn. Well, he might not be considered a newborn anymore. I have an infant. I have a 10-year-old that's almost going to be 11, and I have a 7-year-old. And I got other stuff going on in my life that I just mentally cannot make it so that I'm jeopardizing my mental health by making reading a chore. Because reading is supposed to be my escape from all this. Not my kids, like I love my kids, but like reading's my escape from stuff that's just too overwhelming. So I need to recognize that it's okay to DNF, that I can read books I want to read, not read books that I feel like the book community says you have to read. And I need to read to make myself happy. Yep. So those are my 2023 reading goals. There's not that many. And that's all that there's going to be, because I need to not put a ton of pressure on myself. So that's all I got. Remember, until next time, you are loved and you are valid.